it's Paul here. It's Saturday today. It's a bit of a strange day. But this week's project, following on from last week with the Spalted Beach tub lidded box with the walnut finial. I don't know whether I actually mentioned on that video, but amazingly, and I'm probably not doing myself any favours here now, I didn't have one single catch on that. Hollowing out the inside with the spindle gouge was an absolute dream. So this week's project had a choice of two things, but having said that, I've just watched somebody's video on Facebook and now come up with a third project I want to do. But this week's project, I've decided I've had these bits of wood here glued up. I mean, they're pallet wood, 2 bits of 3x2 glued together, and they've been glued up for about the last 3 weeks, so I really must get around to doing this. So I'm going to round this off. I've just sharpened up my tools while the workshop was actually warming up in here because it's so blooming cold. I'm going to round this off first of all, and I'm going to try and attempt something I've never done before. It's going to probably be probably like a pen tub or something like that. Might end up doing a lid, something like that, to turn it into another lidded box. I honestly don't know yet. I'll just see how it goes. But something I've always wanted to have a go at, and I do not have the special tools for it, so I'll only just be using the handful of basic tools I've got that I started with, is to have a go at a captive ring. Now this may well all go to pot and I end up just with a straightforward pen box, so bear with me. I'm sure to make mistakes. I'm hoping this doesn't go like the last pen box I made out of softwood, where it literally flew off the lathe about 5 or 6 times. So okay, let's get started. Just get my face mask on. I've just sharpened up my tools, so hopefully this should come down fairly quickly. Right, so let's get started. This is, and actually, in fact, even with this being literally, it's just under 4 inches by just under 3 inches, so it's obviously a bit oval shaped. And I mean, I've obviously already just spun it up first of all, brought up to speed, and it's actually fairly well balanced. I mean, I'm probably getting, I mean, I've got no speed control on here for tell me what speed it is, and I think I'm probably getting somewhere around about 1000 RPM. Obviously being softwood, I'm going to have to check from time to time that things are not slipping, so can't go too vigorously for it because it will just tear out. And it does help if I get the right height to start with. So, how am I going to do this? Got a lovely knot there for starters, so obviously I'm going to keep away from that. I think I'm going to, like I say, I've only got basic tools, got no captive ring tool or anything like that, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take out the sides here, do the bead, and then work something there. Obviously if that fails, then I've got a little bit further to try down. So I'm probably going to use my detail gouge here, because at least it might allow me a bit more to get underneath. must say that wood is actually surprisingly very nice. Just hopes it holds up. Oh well, there goes that one. Got a catch, and it blew the whole thing out. Wrong tool, possibly. Well, let's just try a little bit further up. At least I've got a lot more space to get under it this time. Well, that's almost through, but that's gonna blow up. Don't know really whether I can do anything with that. Wow, I've got one. Whether it stays in one piece is another thing, because there's no strength to that whatsoever. Right, so the inside well, to be honest, the inside in this top half here, I've sanded down to 240, just moved the captive ring over. So far, I mean, obviously I can't reach the very bottom for sanding at the bottom. These walls here in the centre are extremely thin. There's a little dip there, and if you actually look from inside, you can see the light coming through the wood in certain places. So that's 2 coats of sand and sealer. It's only been sanded to 240. You can certainly see how the sand and sealer has really made a difference. So I'm just going to give it a couple of coats of Woodwax 22. One pen jar with a captive ring. Right, just tidy this bottom up and then I'll come back. Right, so how did today's project go? Not too bad actually. I don't know whether I included it in the video or not, but the first captive ring I tried to do, I got a catch and it just totally blew out. So I thought, right, well, I'd left enough room to try a second one, and yes, there's a fair bit of tear out on there, and I had to resort to using the parting tool to go under to part it off, and I think I went too far too quickly basically, because I should have really totally sanded up the outside first and put a finish on it. Nevertheless, I mean, got there. The whole thing has been took down to 240. It is only soft pallet wood, and the walls are really thin in places, and I don't know whether this will show up on the camera there. I mean, if I put it close enough, you might actually be able to see the light through some of the walls. And again, I'm not sure how much I shoot on the parting. And yes, it was the kiss of death, saying after last week's project, no catches. This time I had quite a few, and I do know why. I used the spindle gauge to just take out this top bit first, probably about that far down, and that was going okay, but it was when I was trying to go down deeper, it was the problem. And I think the problem is that the reason I didn't get catches last week was that when you use the spindle gauge, especially drawing from the centre outwards, is that yes, you keep your point in, but then rather than just drag the spindle gauge across out to the outside, you've really got to get the handle right round to the other side of the lathe as you bring it out. And I think obviously as the deeper I was going, I couldn't do that so much, so therefore the wings were catching on the side there, and like I say, I mean, obviously you see in the video it's a fair size piece of blank that long, and every time I obviously got a catch, being softwood, it just knocked it out of centre off the jaws. So it's a case of stopping, realigning it all, tightening it all up and everything, and by the time I finished the bottom, I mean, the outside was off a little bit, probably a couple of mil off, so that's why I just took a really smooth take over the whole of the outside edge, just to true it all up again. As a first captive ring, I've got to say I'm very pleased. Yes, it could be a lot better. It is very delicate, especially being softwood, but I'm actually quite pleased with that. And like I say, I mean, because it's only softwood, I've only just took it to 240. I wasn't bothered about going any further. I suppose if I did it again and had something better to do the captive ring with, then yes, I would probably may well use some Yorkshire grit on there as well, or something like that, just to take it down even further, just to finish the job off properly. But as it stands as a pen pot, that's actually quite good, and I dare say that my daughter is going to pinch that again like everything else. Yeah, so for tools wise, and I don't really want to go out and buy one of the proper tools for captive rings, because for the amount of times I've used it, I mean, as you probably already know, I need a bowl gouge, will be the next tool I buy, so I'm not going to go out and buy a captive ring tool just for the sake of doing the odd captive ring. I might have to do a bit like Steve Twaddell did, and I think he used some old Allen keys, ground them down, so at least you can get in the sides, and he made his own handle on there. So whether I do that or maybe if I can find a large screwdriver or something at a car boot sale or something like that, just to grind and file some pieces out, would certainly help as well. So, but all in all, very pleased. If this is your first time here, then I do put up regular project videos, and certainly try and do one weekly, and every time so far I think I have done something different. It's getting harder and harder to find something different every time. Hopefully the next couple of projects will still be different again to what I've done in the past. One I'm looking at probably sort of more like a lidded bowl, because I haven't done anything with a lid very big, so that may well be two totally separate pieces of wood. Going to probably be the spotted beech because the oak is just still too wet. And I see another video online today of something that I'd seen quite some time ago, so it's been a repeat video, and I'd like to give that a go as well, and that will be out of softwood too. So for my existing subscribers, thank you very much for keep coming back. It really is appreciated, and I'd appreciate it if everybody hits the like button, hits the share button below, and please do leave a comment, because I mean, yeah, I mean, I know I've made mistakes on this, but I think, as I say, because I try and do something new every time, something totally different, it is a massive learning curve. And obviously, if I was to produce this another 4 or 5 times, then I would certainly expect a lot better results than what I've done. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you again on the next project. Thanks a lot. Bye.